What you eat every morning has a powerful impact on your health, and especially on your eyesight. If you care about your vision, if you want to keep your eyes sharp and strong all day long, then watch this video carefully and share it with those you love and care about. We live in a world where we can't do without our phones, laptops, and computers. These gadgets have become part of our lives, but the truth is, they silently put strain on our eyes. That's why your first meal of the day is so important. The right breakfast can protect your sight, reduce digital eye strain, and keep your vision sharper as you age. I once heard a story about a teacher in her late 50s. She loved reading, but every afternoon, her eyes felt heavy and blurred after working on the computer all day. She thought it was just age catching up with her. But when her doctor asked about her diet, she realized she was starting her mornings with sugary pastries and coffee. With a few small changes, adding eye-friendly foods like berries and leafy greens to her breakfast, she noticed her eyes felt fresher, sharper, and less tired. That's the difference the right foods can make. In this video, I'll share simple, everyday breakfasts, fruits, vegetables, grains, and more that you can prepare without stress. They're not expensive, and they're backed by science to keep your eyes healthy. By the end, you'll know exactly what to eat in the morning to protect your vision for years to come. So stay with me until the end, because your eyesight is too precious to ignore, and the foods you choose today can make all the difference tomorrow. Now, let's begin by understanding why breakfast matters so much for your eyes. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day, and when it comes to your eyes, that's absolutely true. The foods you eat in the morning don't just give you energy, they set the tone for how well your eyes function throughout the day. Here's why. Your eyes are one of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. From the moment you open them in the morning, they need a steady supply of nutrients and antioxidants to fight off strain, dryness, and the harmful effects of blue light from screens. If your breakfast is poor, full of sugar, processed carbs, or empty calories, you leave your eyes unprotected. For example, foods like white bread or sugary cereals cause a quick spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash. That crash doesn't just leave you tired, it starves your eyes of the steady fuel they need to stay sharp. Over time, this pattern increases the risk of eye fatigue, blurred vision, and even long-term conditions like macular degeneration. But the opposite is also true. A healthy, nutrient-rich breakfast can provide the vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats your eyes need to stay strong all day. Antioxidants protect against oxidative stress, omega-3s keep your eyes moist and comfortable, and vitamins like A, C, and E shield your vision from damage. I once met a retired engineer who always complained that his eyes felt tired before noon. His doctor suggested one simple change: stop skipping breakfast and start the day with oats, berries, and nuts. Within weeks, he noticed a difference. His vision stayed clearer through long mornings, and he felt less eye strain even after hours of reading. That's why your first meal is so important. It's not just about filling your stomach, it's about fueling your eyesight. Now that we understand the why, let's talk about the simple breakfasts that actually keep your eyes sharp all day. We'll begin with one of the most famous and powerful: carrots and other orange vegetables. When most people think of foods for the eyes, the first thing that comes to mind is the carrot. And it's not just an old saying, science proves it. Carrots, along with other orange-colored vegetables like sweet potatoes and pumpkins, are rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is absolutely essential for vision. It helps protect the surface of the eye and supports the retina, the part of your eye that allows you to see in dim light. Without enough vitamin A, your eyes can become dry, irritated, and even develop night blindness. I remember hearing about a senior woman who used to avoid driving at night because her vision became blurry in the dark. Her doctor suggested adding more vitamin A-rich foods to her breakfasts. She started blending carrot juice in the mornings and roasting sweet potatoes a few times a week. Within a few months, she noticed her night vision improving, and she felt more confident behind the wheel again. The best part about these foods is how simple they are to add to your morning routine. A small glass of fresh carrot juice, roasted sweet potato slices with breakfast, or pumpkin blended into your porridge. They're all easy, affordable, and incredibly effective. So, when you're planning breakfast, remember, that bright orange color on your plate isn't just food, it's protection for your eyes, helping you see clearly now and for years to come. Next, let's move to another breakfast that shields your eyes from the blue light of screens: leafy greens like spinach and kale. If carrots are the classic eye food, then leafy greens are the modern-day superheroes. Vegetables like spinach, kale, and collard greens are packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that act like natural sunglasses for your eyes. These nutrients gather in the retina and filter out harmful blue light from phones, laptops, and televisions. Without them, your eyes are left vulnerable to strain and long-term damage. In fact, the age-related eye disease study found that people who ate more lutein and zeaxanthin had a much lower risk of macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. I think of an office worker I once spoke with who spent nearly 8 hours a day staring at a computer. By lunchtime, her eyes always felt tired, and she struggled to focus. Instead of relying only on eye drops, she started making spinach omelets in the morning, sometimes adding kale to her smoothies. Within weeks, she noticed her eyes didn't feel as heavy, and her focus lasted much longer through the day. The beauty of leafy greens is that they're easy to work into breakfast. You can saute spinach and fold it into eggs, blend kale into a smoothie with fruit, or simply add collard greens to a vegetable stir-fry. However you prepare them, you're fueling your eyes with natural protection against screen damage. So the next time you crack an egg, think about tossing in a handful of greens. It's one of the simplest ways to make your breakfast a shield for your eyesight. Now, let's move to something sweet, colorful, and refreshing, a berry yogurt bowl. Sometimes, the most powerful foods for your eyes come in the smallest packages. Berries, like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, are loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds protect your retinal cells, improve blood circulation to the eyes, and reduce the oxidative stress caused by long hours of screen use. Adding berries to your breakfast is like giving your eyes a natural shield against fatigue and early aging. Research shows that anthocyanins help improve night vision, reduce inflammation, and keep your retina healthy. And when you pair them with yogurt, you get an extra boost. Probiotics that support gut health, which scientists now link to stronger immunity and better eye protection. I remember a woman in her 60s who said her mornings always began with sugary cereal. She often complained of feeling sluggish by mid-morning and noticed her eyes watering after just an hour on her tablet. A nutritionist encouraged her to replace the cereal with a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with blueberries and strawberries. Within a month, she said her eyes felt fresher, her energy lasted longer, and even her skin looked brighter. The best part? This breakfast is simple and delicious. Just grab a cup of yogurt, sprinkle in a handful of berries, and maybe add some nuts or seeds on top for extra crunch. It's quick, affordable, and one of the tastiest ways to keep your eyes sharp. So the next time you crave something sweet in the morning, skip the sugary cereal and reach for berries. Your eyes and your energy will thank you. Now, let's move to another colorful powerhouse for your breakfast table: citrus fruits and bell peppers. When you think of vitamin C, the first thing that comes to mind is usually boosting immunity. But this powerful vitamin is also a key protector of your eyes. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and kiwis, and even vegetables like bell peppers, are rich in vitamin C, an antioxidant that keeps your eyes sharp and resilient. Vitamin C works by strengthening the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, reducing the risk of cataracts, and slowing down age-related macular degeneration. It's like an internal repair system, constantly fighting the oxidative stress caused by long hours of screen time. Science supports this strongly. The age-related eye disease study, AREDS, found that people who consume higher levels of vitamin C, along with other antioxidants, had a significantly lower risk of losing their vision as they aged. I recall a senior woman who had watched her mother struggle with cataracts. Determined not to follow the same path, she made citrus fruits part of her daily morning routine. A glass of fresh orange juice with breakfast, slices of kiwi on toast, and colorful bell peppers in her omelets. Years later, during a checkup, her doctor praised her healthy eyes, telling her she was doing exactly what she needed to protect her vision. The beauty of these foods is their color and variety. A simple fruit salad with oranges, kiwi, and grapefruit, or crunchy red and yellow bell peppers in your breakfast plate, can transform your morning into a rainbow of eye-protecting nutrients. So when you see those bright colors in the market, think of them as more than just fruits and vegetables. They are natural armor for your eyes. Next, let's move to a breakfast that not only sharpens your eyes but also keeps them moist and comfortable: oatmeal with walnuts and chia seeds. If you're looking for a breakfast that feels warm, filling, and healing at the same time, nothing beats a bowl of oatmeal topped with walnuts and chia seeds. This simple meal is more than comfort food, it's a powerhouse for your eyes. Why? Because walnuts and chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, healthy fats that help prevent dry eyes and support tear production. If you've ever felt that scratchy, burning sensation after long hours on your phone or computer, omega-3s are your natural relief. Oatmeal adds another layer of protection. It's packed with soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which helps keep your blood sugar steady. That means no spikes, no crashes, just steady energy that keeps both your brain and your eyes performing at their best. Stable blood sugar is especially important for seniors, since high sugar levels over time can damage the tiny blood vessels in the eyes. There's real evidence behind this. Studies show that omega-3s reduce symptoms of dry eye syndrome and protect the retina from inflammation. And diets high in fiber are linked to lower risks of diabetic eye disease. I remember a man in his early 60s who said he couldn't get through mornings without his eyes watering and itching. His doctor encouraged him to swap his white bread and jam breakfast for oatmeal with walnuts and chia seeds. Within weeks, he noticed less dryness, clearer vision, and more energy to get through the day. The best part is how easy this breakfast is to prepare. Just cook your oats, sprinkle in some chia seeds, toss on a few walnuts, and if you like, add a drizzle of honey or some fresh berries on top. In less than 10 minutes, you have a meal that comforts your body and protects your eyes. So the next time you're reaching for something quick, remember, one simple bowl of oats with nuts and seeds can do wonders for your eyesight. Now, let's move to our final breakfast, a classic that's often overlooked but filled with nutrients your eyes can't do without: boiled eggs with whole grain toast. Sometimes the most powerful foods for your eyes are also the simplest. Eggs, a breakfast staple in many homes, are packed with nutrients that directly protect your vision. The yolk is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the same antioxidants found in leafy greens. These nutrients act like filters, protecting your eyes from harmful blue light that pours in from phones, laptops, and TVs. They gather in the retina, where they reduce strain and lower the risk of long-term damage. Eggs are also a natural source of zinc, a mineral that helps vitamin A keep your cornea, the clear front surface of the eye, healthy and strong. Without enough zinc, night vision becomes harder, and the risk of age-related eye problems increases. Science backs this up. Research shows that the lutein and zeaxanthin in eggs are more easily absorbed by the body than those in vegetables, thanks to the healthy fats in the yolk. That means your morning egg may give your eyes an even more efficient boost than a serving of greens alone. I remember a retiree who shared that she'd been eating one boiled egg almost every day for years. Even in her late 70s, her doctor told her that her eyes were healthier than many people younger than her. She smiled and said, "I guess those eggs really did their job." Pairing eggs with whole grain toast makes this breakfast even better. Whole grains keep your blood sugar steady, preventing those spikes and crashes that make your eyes feel tired. Together, eggs and whole grains are a simple but powerful way to start the day. So don't overlook the humble boiled egg. On its own, or paired with toast and maybe a side of veggies, it's a complete eye-friendly breakfast that keeps your vision sharp all day. Now that we've covered the best foods to add to your mornings, let's talk about the breakfasts you should avoid, the ones that quietly harm your eyes. Now that we've looked at the breakfasts that keep your eyes sharp, it's just as important to talk about the ones you should avoid. Because the truth is, the wrong choices in the morning can quietly harm your vision and leave your eyes more vulnerable to strain and disease. One of the biggest culprits is sugary cereals and pastries. They may taste good, but they cause your blood sugar to spike and then crash, leaving your eyes and brain starved for steady energy. Over time, this roller coaster effect damages the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, increasing the risk of blurred vision and diabetic eye disease. Another one to be careful with is white bread and refined carbs. These break down quickly into sugar, flooding your system and offering no real nutrition for your eyes. They give you a quick burst of energy, followed by fatigue, and often, tired, heavy eyes by mid-morning. And while coffee has its place, starting your day with too much coffee and no food can make things worse. Coffee acts as a diuretic, pulling water from your body. That dehydration shows up quickly in your eyes, making them feel dry, irritated, and red. If you do drink coffee, always balance it with water and real food. I once knew a teacher who started every day with nothing but a sweet pastry and 2 cups of coffee. By the time she reached her classroom, her eyes already felt tired and dry, and by afternoon, she had headaches. When she swapped that routine for eggs, fruit, and a glass of water, the difference was remarkable. Her energy lasted longer, and her eyes felt healthier. So here's the takeaway: the foods you avoid are just as important as the ones you add. By cutting back on sugary cereals, pastries, and refined carbs, and balancing your coffee, You give your eyes the best chance to stay strong and sharp all day long. Now, let's take it one step further. Alongside your breakfast, there are a few simple lifestyle tips that can make your eyes even stronger in today's screen-filled world. While the right breakfast lays the foundation for healthy eyes, your daily habits are what build on that foundation. Think of it like this: food is the fuel, but your lifestyle choices are the steering wheel that guide your eyes toward lasting health. One of the best habits is the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes you spend on your phone or computer, take 20 seconds to look at something 20 feet away. This tiny pause relieves strain and allows your eye muscles to relax, especially after a morning of screen time. Hydration is another simple but powerful tool. Start your day with a glass of water alongside your breakfast. Your eyes need moisture just as much as the rest of your body, and dehydration is one of the hidden causes of dry, irritated eyes. Pairing water with hydrating foods like oranges, cucumbers, or watermelon gives your eyes the comfort they need. And don't forget about light and sleep. Staring at bright screens in a dark room puts your eyes under unnecessary stress. Always balance your screen brightness with your environment. And make sure you're giving your eyes the ultimate recovery tool, sleep. It's during rest that your eyes repair and refresh, preparing for the next day. I remember a college student who struggled with burning eyes every morning. She thought it was just because of her late-night study sessions. But when she started following the 20-20-20 rule, drinking water with her oatmeal breakfast, and going to bed an hour earlier, she said her eyes finally felt like they could breathe again. So, remember this: healthy eyes come from a balance. Combine good food with good habits, and your vision will thank you, not just today, but for many years to come. Now, let's wrap this up with a recap and a final reminder of why protecting your eyes each morning is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. So let's bring everything together. Your mornings are more powerful than you think, and the foods you choose at breakfast can decide how sharp your eyes feel for the entire day. We've seen how carrots and orange vegetables deliver vitamin A for clearer night vision. How leafy greens like spinach and kale protect against blue light from our screens. How berries with yogurt boost circulation and shield the retina. How citrus fruits and bell peppers strengthen blood vessels in your eyes. How oatmeal with walnuts and chia seeds prevent dryness and keep your energy steady. And how even a simple boiled egg with whole grain toast can fill your morning with nutrients your eyes can't do without. We've also learned the danger of starting your day with sugary cereals, pastries, or skipping food altogether, and how small lifestyle choices, like the 20-20-20 rule, hydration, and good sleep, work together with food to keep your eyes strong. Here's the truth: your eyes are your window to the world. Once vision fades, it's hard to get it back. But every morning, with every bite, you have the power to protect your eyesight. So I want to challenge you: starting tomorrow, choose just one of these eye-friendly breakfasts and make it a part of your routine. Then, come back and tell me in the comments which one you tried. Your story might inspire someone else to protect their vision, too. And please, don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone you love. Because in today's screen-filled world, protecting our eyesight is not just personal, it's something we all need. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more life-changing health tips. Your eyes are precious. Guard them with the right food, the right habits, and the right choices. Because what you do today can protect the way you see tomorrow.